Hey guys, Sean Pruitt here, president of Kingdom Exploration. Israel just conducted a targeted airstrike in Isfahan, Iran, here deep in the heart of Iran, okay? And so as you can see here, they went deep into Iran territory to make this attack, okay? Now, here's something you have to understand. The impact on oil prices is tremendous. Right now, Brent crude is, WTI crude is trading at $83 a barrel. Brent crude is $87.48. Now, oil prices came down and they came back because of this attack and what's happening. But the reason why they dropped for a while, because people were taking their profits. At the end of the day, these stockbrokers and these guys in suits and these AI robots that are making trades, they, instead of making $10 per trade, they're okay with making $3. Oil is a commodity that they could beat up, and it always comes back because oil is the most important commodity in the world, okay? Now, the thing you have to understand is that the only way to attack Iran is attack their oil, because they've been making billions and billions of dollars on the watch of the current admin. And because of that, they've been able to fund weaponry, drones, and attack and fund the Houthi rebels and Hezbollah and the other Iranian proxies, okay? And so this is why Israel has been attacked, because Iran is rich. The richer Iran becomes, the more money they have to have global influence, okay? And so the only option we have is to bomb Iranian oil facilities, shut off their source of funds. That will prevent them from being able to fund world terror, okay? But the problem is you have an administration stuck between a rock and a hard place. They want to win the election. You can't do that with $100 oil. If oil prices go to $150 a barrel, you know who's going to be in office immediately. And I got to be careful what I say, guys. And so he's telling Netanyahu, hey, be careful about what you do in Iran. We don't want this to escalate out of control. And really what he's saying is, hey, I want to get elected next year. Please chill. And that's what he's saying, period. Okay. And so that puts Iran in a perfect position. Number one, he is protected because of oil, because of the price of a barrel of crude. And the way to destroy the West, America, cause oil prices to go to $200 a barrel and watch America crumble. $150 oil. The reason why Jerome Powell has not been able to cut rates is because of oil prices. If oil prices were $60 a barrel, we'd have already cut rates 3 times by now, but they haven't been able to. Oil prices ultimately affect inflation tremendously, okay? And so the Middle East has a clear handle on this. This has been their plan. Their plan has been to bankrupt the West. Their plan has been to form BRICS, bypass US dollar, because they're tired of being on a SWIFT system that they could be sanctioned at any moment. I don't blame these guys. I love America, and I love it for many reasons, but I don't blame these other countries for getting tired of being policed by America, okay? And so they are trying to bypass their ability to be sanctioned, okay? And so at the end of the day, they know the best way to hurt America is cause oil prices to go up. And so every time Iran drops a bomb anywhere in the Middle East or in Israel, that causes oil prices to go up. That makes them more money. War makes Iran very rich. War and higher oil prices greatly impacts the West. The same reason why we would sanction Iranian oil or attack Iranian oil facilities is the same reason why Iran would want oil prices to go up to $100 to $150 a barrel, because it affects the countries that they are against, okay? And so Iran is ultimately against America, against the West, against Israel, against the infidel, because it's their religious duty. Their religion is law. Where in America, you separate the church from the state, where they have the governing authority, and then you have your churches. Iran, their religious duty is to destroy Israel, is to destroy the infidel. So nothing is going to stop these guys. And so they are protected by the elections because they're afraid of oil prices going up too high. impairing their ability to be reelected. And when I say them, I'm talking about our current administration. And so they're protected by that. And so one false move, oil prices to go over $100 a barrel, one false move by America, by sending our weapons and our jets in there to attack Iran, to respond to their attacks, one false move by Israel, oil prices could go to levels that we've never seen before, okay? And so, and on top of all those things, you got Saudi Arabia needs oil price near $100 per barrel, the IMF says, okay? And so the kingdom is spending huge amounts to transform its economy. The young prince needs $100 oil. The young prince has a tremendous amount of influence on Middle East politics, affairs, and OPEC plus, most importantly. They influence the curbing of oil, okay? And so if the Saudi prince can do what he needs to do at $40 oil, they would flood the market with oil, and they would just sell their oil at $40, $50, $60 a barrel. But that's not the case. They need $100 oil. And if you don't think that in some way, now I know that Saudi Arabia and Iran, they're not buddies. And I know the Houthi rebels drop bombs, but at the end of the day, politics is politics. Because every time Saudi Arabia or Iran drops a bomb, and let's say in Saudi Arabia, you know, the Houthi rebels did attack Iran, but there are people in suits that have a tremendous amount of influence that isn't pulling the trigger. There are many Americans that have sold out America for money, many of them, okay? And so there's people in Saudi Arabia that have tremendous influence on oil prices, tremendous influence in Iran, tremendous influence throughout the Middle East, as well as Iran, as well as Russia. And so if they all together want high oil prices, what do you think is going to happen? Why do you think BRICS was formed? Why do you think these wars continue? And Iran makes money from selling weaponry to Russia and to other factions in the Middle East. And at the end of the day, Iran benefits on every angle for high oil prices. And so Iran's going to do whatever it takes to keep escalating this thing to a level. And so I truly believe that their response is delayed simply because of preparations. You know, they're building more drones. They're building more missiles, more rockets. They can't build them fast enough. They have the money. They just have to build. And they're planning more intricate attacks, okay? And so Israel has no choice but to respond to these attacks by Iran. And he's trying to save his people from death because he knows that the Iranians, it's their religious duty to destroy them, to kill them, to murder the infidels, to murder all of them, okay? And Iran wants revenge on his Palestinian brothers, okay? And so Iran and Israel is at war, and there's nothing standing in their way. And and oil prices will continue to follow that thread in what's happening there, okay? And so one of the things that everyone is concerned about, this is the Strait of Hormuz, okay? And almost 25% of the world's oil supply flows through this strait, okay? And Iran holds that hostage over our head. In the event that America strikes Iran, they're going to shut this strait down, okay? They're already attacking vessels that cruise through here to deliver oil, but they will shut it down completely in that event, okay? That high oil prices is what protects Iran. It's not their ability to build weaponry. It's not their sophisticated technology. It has all to do with the price of a barrel of crude. Otherwise, we'd have sanctioned the hell out of these guys, would have already dropped bombs on their oil facilities and sent them back to the Stone Age, but we haven't because of high oil prices. And so I think the current administration is biding their time. And after the elections, I think that's when you're going to see some serious retaliation. You know, they're trying to sanction their drones, but it's unbelievable. Why not sanction their oil? Because they're concerned about oil prices. That's what it's all about. It's not about anything else other than oil, okay? And so right now, oil is high 80s right now, and it takes one false move, and we're at high 90s, potentially $100 oil, and they're trying to prevent that. So it's all about oil, guys. This war is about oil. And when it comes to the West, when it comes to the current administration in place, where Netanyahu is trying to protect his people, the West is concerned about high oil prices. So be thankful that we're in that position versus Netanyahu, where we're afraid of dying. We're afraid of a bomb dropping on a hospital or on your home. I mean, just be thankful for the position that you're in. But Netanyahu is in that position where he has to be concerned about being killed every 24/7. He goes to sleep wondering if this is his last day. They have that fear and that anxiety and that stress. And so he's at war. He doesn't care about oil prices going to $1,000 a barrel. He cares about saving children, saving lives, okay? And so he's going to respond, and Iran is going to respond because it's their religious duty, because they have the fear of eternal damnation. And if they don't destroy the infidel, they're literally going to burn in hell. They literally have that fear. They literally have it. And I know you don't understand it because you're not Iranian. You didn't grow up in this religious atmosphere that if you wore the wrong religious outfit, you get beaten or go to prison or whatnot. But you got to understand, these people are crazy. They're insane. They don't think like you. They're animals. Okay. So, all right, guys, I'm Sean Pruitt, president of Kingdom Exploration. If you like this channel, please subscribe and we'll talk soon. Thanks.